Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Two Hands in a Radio, where we look at inexpensive shortwave radios and sometimes really expensive shortwave radios. Primarily shortwave radios. Today we're right in that ballpark of inexpensive. We're going to look at the realistic DX-342. Comes to us from eBay for $19.99 with $3 shipping. Thought that was a pretty good buy for this one. The DX-342, if I look at my notes here, was first introduced in 1993. It's on page 30 of your Radio Shack catalog, 1993, listed for $69.95. I think it's expensive for a small little radio than this. This is so cute. And of course, I know you probably can't equate size or anything or whatever. 5 inches from knob to edge, 2 3/4 inches tall, 3/4 inches thick. This thing's tiny, and one of the smaller radios that we've looked at, and a lot of them are 3x5, and this one's smaller than that. It's very, very cool. Comes in its own, you've seen its own little leather pouch here. It's not leather, it's kind of a neoprene something or another. The owner's manual came with that. And I don't think we're going to need that today. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use. Kind of glad it's cloudy outside because you can see the band selector switch. You can see the indicator. That's what I'm after. You can see it a little bit better. I think the reason I got this so cheap is the tip of the antenna is broken off, and normally I even steer away from stuff that's just, battle scarred and bruised and torn up, and I kind of look for good examples to show. This one, I haven't seen too many 342s. I've seen the 343, but the 342 I haven't seen, and the ones I have seen, people are asking $50 and like that, and that's just way too much. Anyway, very simple little analog radio, but yet it is different, it's cool. Played with it a little bit last night just to make sure it works, and wow. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Apologize about the wind noise if there is any. I'm trying to cover all that. I didn't think it was windy this morning. And like I said, analog dial. We've got a 7-band shortwave here, AM/FM shortwave. And I'm going to say maybe, I can't even tell on this, maybe just a inch and a half, no more than a 2-inch speaker over here. Nice little dial here on the right hand side. Well, I do need more coffee this morning. Tuning knob. We also have a safety switch. I had to look that one up because I thought, a safety switch? What's that for? We would call it today a lock or hold. What that does is when you put it in safety mode, it just locks these switches out so you don't accidentally start pushing stuff. Kind of cool, or at least they thought about it. Backside, not much. 2 AA batteries. Frequently the standard AM/FM stuff, shortwave goes from 5.9 to 17.9 megahertz. Not the greatest coverage on Earth, and it's not continuous. The big skip is from 2 and 3 at 740 to 9.5. And yeah, they skip all over the place, and that's okay. We can't have everything. On the left-hand side, we've got a volume knob. We have a stereo mono, which is just for the headphone jack. DC adapter, which wasn't included. And of course, we do have the lovely wrist strap here that we absolutely can't stand, but on these little vintage models, I don't cut those off because I know that'll kind of screw the value of them up. the ones that I'm going to keep and never get rid of, I'll cut the wrist strap off, but not these. 17-inch antenna. We're going to go ahead and get it up in the air. Like I said, the little tip on it is broken off. So, and it really doesn't bother me because I can just clip on an antenna, you know, a wire reel, and clip on to the antenna. So it really doesn't matter. It just makes it hard to pull up. And for this little demonstration, I wanted to kind of have it out and ready and all that. The top of it is a band selector switch. I don't know if you can see that while I poke myself in the eye. AM 1 through 7. And as you move things along, it kind of, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has a plastic indicator there of what band you're in on shortwave. Kind of cool. So let's fire this thing up and see what happens. Let's start on FM really quick, just for audio quality. And all you have to do is hit what band you want to go into, and it comes on.
Gear. Plus, bring the kids for free workshops, crafts, and games during the final days.
Got good audio to it.
And this is WFIU, 11 minutes before 8 o'clock. Good morning, I'm Mark Chilla. Coming up in the next hour of Morning Edition.
Hi, Mark.
We represent many companies to make sure we have you fully covered in case of a tragic loss. Call Zeller Insurance today.
Doesn't seem to get, if you go above half volume or so, it gets a little rattly. But we're also dealing with the year 1993, so that may have a little bit to do with this. Okay, let's move on to AM. Let's just roll through that. Like I said, it's about 7:20 in the morning or so.
God uses those moments of...
I didn't try the AM at night, but I have a feeling it would really be good. There's our local station 1010, which looks like it's pretty, I mean, it's pretty well aligned, that's for sure. No 700 WLW. Huh. That's okay. A lot of these radios anymore, I don't know what it is. It seems like WLW doesn't come in like it used to. And that's okay. Let's move to our favorite part, or my favorite part anyway, shortwave. Early in the morning, we'll just see what's out here. Starting off at shortwave 1. I can hear something. I don't think anybody will be able to hear that. I'm almost at full volume. Here we go. There's something there. Let's jump to 2. That was kind of interesting. That's going to be amateur radio stuff right in there. Alrighty. Yeah, we jump over here to shortwave band 3. And there's something there. I don't know if anybody's keeping count at home. We've hit quite a few little stations here. If I only spoke Spanish, I'd have it made. Yeah, we're on shortwave 4. Now we're getting up a little higher. We may not hit a whole lot of stuff this early in the morning. Like I said, you never know what you might find. Yeah, you never really can guess. We've heard that before, around 13 megahertz or so. There's a tick, tick, tick somewhere. I've heard it before on these little radios. Well, there's no WWV to be had. We'll see if we can pull it in here. 15. Nothing there. Last band, I guarantee not much is be here. Like I said, not much will be here. Oh, it's a surprising little radio. Let's just see if we can find WWV down on 3 here. 10 megahertz. Yikes. Oh, that sounds kind of good. And see, I enjoy that even though I have not a clue in hell what they're saying. I still enjoy it. Huh. Anyway, no WWV there. Let's see. Yeah, see, it starts at 590, so you can't even try to get 5 megahertz. And then the button power off. You just power off, and that's the end of it. It's very, very cool little radio. I don't think I would, in 1993, I don't think I would pay $69.95 for it. But it's a neat radio to take a look at now. I told Chuck, a longtime supporter of the channel, told him last night, is it the sharpest knife in the block? No, but it's just fun. And that's what this is all about, it's fun. And man, they pulled in, I got a number of stations, that's for sure. And a neat little radio. Yeah, I'm glad I got it. Anyway, I've really enjoyed this DX line, Realistic, Radio Shack, DX, whatevers. And really enjoyed looking at we've covered about all the little portables. Then you get into the DX100 and the 200 and I don't know, is there a 302 maybe, 394. They're more of a desktop model, and I don't know the history of these well enough to know where they actually start. 342, 343, 350, 360. There's a 370, 375. Nobody cares about me reading off all these numbers. I don't know if there's anything lower than a 342. Not sure. I'm sure somebody will chime in. Don't know, but that's part of the fun of doing this, is you just kind of learn as you go and you find new stuff, and very, very cool. So that's all I got for this morning, and probably better wrap it up before it starts to rain or do something weird. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the little bell thing there to be notified whenever I post a new video. If you would like to help the channel, there's a link underneath the description box where you can donate through PayPal. And anything's appreciated, $1, $2, $5, $1,000, whatever you want to do. Whatever you feel inclined to do, it is appreciated. I guarantee it's appreciated. I use that money to buy radios like this. It's very, very much appreciated, that's for sure. And it's the only way I can keep going, is with people's support, people's help. It's the only way we can keep the channel going, I guarantee that. That's how it all works. And but every bit of that goes to buy these radios too. So enough of passing the offering plate, and I think that's all I got on this one. It's really a neat little radio. Does what it should. All these years later, it still does exactly what it should do. And I wonder, plastic. I think very few of them would be glass, but you never know. Back then, you don't know. Things were built differently back then. I don't know if there's a Sangean equivalent to this one. I know the 343 is equivalent to something in Sangean. Sangean built a lot of these radios for Radio Shack, and they have a lot of them have equivalents. You know, the same thing, just rebranded Radio Shack, and here you go. Some of them aren't. The 370 was built exclusively for Radio Shack, and there is no Sangean equivalent. And I don't know with this one if there is or not. Can't really find that much information on it. But who cares? Still a cool radio. So with that, have a great day. Hope you get out and this inspires you to spin the knob and listen to a little shortwave. You may not understand what they're saying, but you know, it's just fun to listen. I particularly enjoyed to hear Voice of the World down here. And it really is. You know, you hold in your hand a little thing the size of a 3x5 card, and you listen to the voice of the world. You may not understand what they're saying, but it's interesting anyway. It's magical that we can have the ability to pull this signal out of absolutely nowhere and translate it into something that we can hear. I think that's magical, and that's just why I do this channel. I just love shortwave radio and radio in general. Okay, I'll quit rambling on. Have a great day. I've said that for the 5th time, I think, so far. We'll see you at the next review.